So a lot of people all afternoon, I'm sure you guys have been hearing it. They've been writing into the newsroom, calling us, trying to figure out what this was. Hundreds of people reporting that they felt or heard what they believed was a sonic boom or possibly an earthquake all around Ogden and the surrounding cities. So here's what we know. This happened just before noon, so around 11 o'clock is when we started getting those reports. They say it was a loud noise that came alongside a lot of shaking. Now, most people thought that that boom was caused by Hill Air Force Base, considering it's right in the area. But when we called the base, representatives said it wasn't them. Now, according to one of the people that lives here, it was nothing like the typical jets that he hears on a regular basis. He says he was at his house in South Ogden when he felt not one but two booms that caught both him and his dog off guard.
Like those jets, except more intense. It was like a cross between a sonic boom and a earthquake tremor.
Jeff definitely wasn't alone in this. Like I said, hundreds of people in the area claim to have felt this boom. No one seems to know what it was. Some people are even going as far as to say, hey, maybe it was aliens. But, you know, we are still waiting to hear back from the University of Utah's seismology department to see if maybe this was a tremor or an earthquake. But according to their seismographs online and according to USGS, there hasn't really been any movement in this area in weeks. So we'll have to see about that. Live in Ogden, 𝓏𝓛, Fox 13 News, Utah.
A New Year's Eve explosion so loud it was heard across Tate County.
Exactly what it was, no one's sure, but this isn't the first time that has happened. As Fox 13's Tom Dees found out and had the phones ringing off the hooks at the Sheriff's Department and people wondering what just happened.
The Tate County Sheriff's Department telling me that the explosion came from this direction and possibly from this field, and that it was heard as far as 10 miles away.
It's in the country, you know, people are redneck, they're going to do stuff like that.
Keith Leggett lives near Highway 4 and Yellow Dog Road in the 𝓢𝓾𝓻𝓝 community, right near where the Sheriff's Department believes that the explosion happened.
Oh yeah, it rattled the windows in the house. You know, it was a big explosion. My daughter jumped up, she ran outside, thought she heard something hit the back of the house. And, you know, it wasn't. It was just a big explosion.
Brianna Johnston lives more than 10 miles from where Leggett lives. She lives near the Marshall County line. She heard the explosion, too.
It sounded like thunder was, like, really close to the house, but it wasn't. A lot of people heard it.
The Tate County Sheriff's Department tells me this is the second New Year's Eve that a big boom has come from this area and caused a stir. They think someone is setting off a commercially available explosive for clearing beaver dams. Keith Leggett has a different idea.
I had a friend that had a cannon used to shoot it off ever for New Year's Eve, and it did the same thing.
Reporting in Tate County, Tom Dees, Fox 13 News.
The explosion happened around 5:30 New Year's Eve. Multiple people in 𝓢𝓾𝓝 community tell Fox 13 they know who is responsible for the big New Year's Eve bang, but no one is giving up a name.